Today we'll be taking a look at some Roman Reigns related topics, Brock Lesnar news, what's going on with Mandy Rose, and more. Let's start things off with the latest updates surrounding Roman Reigns. Earlier in the week, we went over how much Roman Reigns and the Bloodline will be looking much different, now with Paul Heyman now being removed from the picture. Before Brock returned to the WWE, Paul Heyman did everything he could for Roman Reigns, and played a big role in getting Jimmy, Jay, and Roman all on the same page. Remember back in summer of 2020, the Bloodline was scattered all over the place. Roman was fresh off his return and became champion. Jey Usos was the one trying to dethrone Roman, and Jimmy Uso was nursing a knee injury. Then, when they all returned and appeared with each other, Jimmy didn't want to fall in line, and Jay walked away for a few weeks. So they were all over the place and on different pages, but under the wise men's guidance, Roman was able to bring everyone together and form this unstoppable group. But enter Brock Lesnar into the picture, and that's when the unity between Heyman and Roman started to show cracks. And like we just heard from Heyman's own mouth during the firing segment, he still believes that Roman can't handle Brock Lesnar. And that's why he was doing all this double agent stuff behind the scenes. The Bloodline will be looking much different going forward. Roman no longer has the guidance or advice coming from Paul Heyman. So that's an interesting element to play with as well. Heyman used to calm Roman down, advise him to take high roads sometimes on several occasions. But now, there's no one there. No filter between Roman and these insane things he may think about doing. So that does pose the question of, will Roman Reigns be even scarier going forward because of the recent events and because there's no one there to calm him down anymore? Look what he just went through and did with Paul Heyman. Does that give Roman some trust issues now? Will he even start keeping a close eye on his cousins as well to make sure that they're not planning anything behind his back? These are the questions that may start to come up following Paul Heyman's firing. It's unclear if it's foreshadowing or not, but Roman told the Usos that they'll be able to overcome any issues with each other because they're blood. Paul Heyman isn't blood to him, so that's why he handled that situation in the manner that he did. So does Roman truly mean that he and the Usos can overcome anything since they're family? Or will we see an incident down the road between the three of them that even starts to show cracks amongst the family? And how were the Usos affected by Paul Heyman's firing? Did it make them realize not to ever think about crossing Roman, or did it make them realize that they got to get out of there soon? This is a big character evolving moment for Roman Reigns. He had Heyman by his side since he returned, so technically this is the first time he's been without Heyman since early 2020. Obviously, he's gonna move in a different way now. He obviously wants to show everyone that he didn't need Heyman. Heyman needed him. That's most likely what he'll show and tell us in the coming weeks. And that will be a big moment as well. Can Roman truly run the operation smoothly by himself? Or will we truly start to see things fall apart and slip right through his fingers? Another theory going around is that what if Roman Reigns brings in a new Wiseman, a new manager, to help him counter Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar? It's a possibility for sure. There's a lot of great choices out there for that role, but it all comes down to how they want to portray Roman. It doesn't make much sense for Roman to split from his manager just for a new one. Usually when we see a superstar split from a manager, they stay alone and try to prove that they didn't need them. So there's another situation here. Will Roman stay solo with his cousins or bring someone in? It just seems like Roman is shutting everyone out right now that's not his family, so it seems unlikely. Roman and Brock will meet at day one and will reportedly even meet at WrestleMania. So if Roman does retain at day one and needs a feud to carry him until he faces Brock again at WrestleMania, who could that be against? Well, Drew McIntyre seems to be at the top of the list. Drew has purposely looked unstoppable since coming over to SmackDown because WWE is obviously building up his case for him to be a big threat to Roman. Also remember that we never really got a payoff or proper explanation to why Drew McIntyre was left out of this huge battle royal to determine the #1 contender for Roman Reigns' title. Fans speculate that Roman and Heyman probably threatened Adam Pearce and put in the request for Drew not to be included into the match because Roman knows he's a serious threat and didn't want to take chances. So there's a reveal that they're most likely saving for the official start of Roman versus Drew. Maybe Adam Pearce reveals what really happened. Maybe Paul Heyman or someone will leak it as well. Just seems like Roman had something to do with it, why Drew wasn't in that match. Drew McIntyre is in a bit of a comedy feud with now Happy Corbin, pulling the sword out of the table and all of that. But he will definitely meet Roman in the near future and will be looking for revenge for everything Roman has done to him recently. We know Brock Lesnar will have his hands full with Roman Reigns for the foreseeable future. But there's another dream match building for Brock. Bron Breakker recently spoke with WWE EL Brunch and gave his thoughts on facing Brock Lesnar. And when he first met him, he had this to say, quote, "I met him, I want to say like 2017, maybe or something like that. I went backstage to a Raw when I was in college. I met him there, but as a performer, I haven't ran into him. Yeah, I'd love to work with Brock. He is an animal. I think he would, kind of like Roddy Strong, elevate me. You know, force me to elevate and bring up my game as well. I think Brock would do the same thing. And I think it would be a war." End quote. So that's another possible dream matchup for Brock Lesnar in the coming years. You also have WWE's big Olympic signing with Gable, who's also very close with Brock Lesnar and wants to work with Brock himself. So Bron and Gable are two early 20s guys that can match Brock's intensity and strength, and could give Brock a run for his money. So we'll see if those are two matchups that we'll eventually see for Brock Lesnar. Mandy Rose going back to NXT was one of the greatest NXT returns we've seen in quite some time, right up there with Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and others, who have all gone back and had success during a second run in NXT. Sonya Deville recently spoke with PopCulture and revealed what everyone is saying about Mandy Rose backstage in NXT. She had this to say, quote, "All I hear backstage and all I hear from people over there at NXT is how helpful Mandy is, and how humble she is, and just how great it is to have someone down there with a different perspective. And it's not better or for worse, but it's just she has a different perspective because she was on Monday Night Raw, she was on Smackdown, she's been on numerous pay-per-views." End quote. And Sonya is right. Mandy Rose is still in the prime of her career, but she's been in NXT, Raw, Smackdown, pay-per-views, and more. All things that a majority of the NXT roster hasn't experienced yet. So not only is she reinventing herself in NXT, she's also offering help and advice to everyone backstage. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.